vote of confidence to Tanzania's economy. Ocean Road Cancer Institute's multidisciplinary cancer surgery unit now a reality.
By fighting it alone, there is no government.
Good evening, I'm Agnes Tuniga. You can also follow us live, our YouTube channel at TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter pages at TBC Online. Tanzania economy has received a significant vote of confidence from global credit rating agency Moody's Ratings, which has affirmed the country's B1 rating with a stable outlook. The report highlights Tanzania's continued ability to meet its debt obligations, project economic growth above 6%, and notes inflation remains below 5%, even as social and employment pressures persist. To look at what this means for the country's economic future, Teddy Mparanyanga has prepared the following report.
Tanzania's economy has once again earned global recognition. International credit rating agency Moody's Ratings has affirmed that Tanzania remains capable of meeting its debt obligations on time, assigning the country a B1 rating with a stable outlook. For global investors, this is more than just a technical classification. It is a signal of confidence. A B1 rating places Tanzania among economies considered stable, though still developing. It indicates that despite global economic headwinds and domestic challenges, the country maintains sufficient strength to service its debts. Even more significant is the stable outlook, meaning Tanzania's economic trajectory is not expected to deteriorate in the near future. According to the report, Tanzania's economy is projected to grow at over 6%. This growth is being driven by sustained investment in infrastructure, industrial development, mining expansion, and a steadily recovering tourism sector. Large-scale infrastructure projects continue to reshape connectivity, improving transport networks, boosting trade, and attracting investment. The mining sector remains a critical pillar, contributing export earnings and foreign exchange. And tourism, one of Tanzania's significant industries, continues to rebound, strengthening economic momentum. Inflation has also remained below 5%. For ordinary citizens, this means relative price stability, protecting purchasing power, and reducing pressure on household budgets. For investors, low inflation reflects disciplined monetary policy and macroeconomic stability. In a global environment where many developing nations have struggled with rising prices, Tanzania's inflation performance stands out. However, the report also points to ongoing social pressures. Tanzania rapidly is growing in population, meaning thousands of young people enter the job market every year. While the youthful demographic offers long-term economic potential, it also presents immediate challenges, particularly in job creation and economic growth. Low per capita income and employment pressures remain areas requiring sustained policy focus. Moody's notes that ongoing policy reforms and strategic economic measures are helping to strengthen the country's long-term prospects. Efforts to improve the business environment, expand industrialization, and enhance fiscal management are seen as positive steps to a sustainable growth. The message from global markets is clear. Tanzania's economy remains resilient. With projected growth above 6%, controlled inflation, and continued reforms, the country stands on steady ground, even as it works to ensure that economic gains translate into broader opportunities for its people. For now, the B1 rating with a stable outlook reflects a nation balancing ambition with stability and growth with responsibility. Teddy Mparanyanga, TBC News.
To discuss more on the rating action released on Friday, where Tanzania is reported to continue to demonstrate strong growth prospects, improving policy effectiveness, and strengthening revenue mobilization, we are joined live by Dr. Hildebrand Shayo, who is an economic and investment analyst. Doctor, please welcome here on the set, and good to see you.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me to discuss this important issue that is affecting our country.
Oh, thank you very much. My first question for the benefit of our viewers, that what is the importance of Moody rating and how significant is that Tanzania's outlook is classified as stable?
Well, Moody's normally do evaluate performance of countries. And the reason behind is to see how these countries are performing economically, or they look at what we call the financial health of these countries. Now, you can see Tanzania has been given B1, meaning that our economy is stable, and it has been stable from 2023, 2024, and now 2025. Moody's, before analyzing and evaluating the countries, they have criteria they look at, because these criteria enable a country to be able to access capital, or to be able to be in a position where the country can attract investments. So when you hear Tanzania has been given B1, it means our economy is stable, our debt GDP ratio is okay, we can meet our debt commitments, we can pay our loans, and we have a room to be able to borrow more. Meaning, if a country borrows and that borrowed money goes to the infrastructure or development projects, that means the country is going to create more opportunities for employment, for widened tax base, and then governments be able to generate enough money or resources that can pay for the public goods.
Yeah. You've mentioned here on B1, but to be precise, for the local ordinary Tanzanians, what does it mean in very simple terms?
B1 is a level at which a country like Tanzania, compared it to our neighbors, is an economic position which allow country to be able to deliver goods and services as a government serving its people. So the level we have been described by the analysts who are Moody's, they place Tanzania in a position that everything is normal, even though that the level we are can be affected by external factors that are outside our control. For example, there is a price of oil going up immediately, so that can affect. But as it is, for a normal person, for a Tanzania who doesn't understand these economic jargons, B1 is the level that assures that the health of the economy in terms of financial position is in order, and we can meet our commitments as governments.
For Tanzanians who have been following on this matter will understand that the economy projected to grow for about 6%. And how realistic is this projection? Is it really implementable, or is this really in the limelight to be seen that it's realistic?
No. Projection that placed Tanzania economy to grow at a 6%. And the position where the central bank is managing well the rate of inflation at a level which is below 5. It's likely to grow because when we look at the investments that has gone into this country, we have now improved the electricity power supply, we have got good infrastructure, we have our railway lines, we have got improved roads, health and services are all improved. So all these investments are going to enable the country and the manpower to be able to participate actively in terms of economic activities. And don't forget, we are even diversified our portfolio in terms of export, because now we have gone to a level where we have added value. Instead of exporting raw material, the country is putting in place, or the government has put in place, infrastructure that wants to see more value-added goods that have been exported. That's why when you look at the business environment that has been put in place, it encourages and it has attracted a lot of direct foreign investment, which has come to Tanzania because of the stability of the economy So no wonder when the Moody's gave us B1, it means we have some few things to do. We can go to a higher rate, because once we go there, we will be able now to borrow more. And even when you go to borrow, the rates that we will get from the funders will be that small, because they know our economy is stable.
Is this growth inclusive, and how is it going to benefit ordinary citizens?
The growth is inclusive because when the economy performs well, there will be a position where the government will be able to meet goods and services. For example, in terms of education, the government will continue providing free education. In terms of the hospitals will be in the position of having enough medication that will be required by people whenever they get sick. And in terms of infrastructure, you see, when the economy grows, the multiplier effect is more felt for everybody. One might not see the money in his or her pockets, but the availability of goods and services, amenities that the individual Tanzanians can access to, that's what gives Tanzanians a position to know that the economy is performing well. And the price of goods and services, especially food, inflation is as he said, is below 5. It's 3.4. So when the price of goods, especially food, is manageable, what else do you want?
My last question to you, Dr. Shayo, that what would you think that Tanzania maybe need to do more in order to reach to a higher rating category?
Well, we have been categorized as a B1. Moving forward to higher category, let's say B2 or B3, we need now to make sure that we use the resources prudently. If we borrow sensibly, and we keep on ensuring that the resource mobilization, in terms of mobilizing resources internally, we improve that. And now it's good that the government has, under TRA, has improved the efficiency, where we are told the TRA has been surpassing its target, meaning improved infrastructure. Using technology which has been put in place, the country now is able to track all the businesses that are supposed to pay tax, and through the tax, the government can be able to fund some of the projects, then reducing our dependence on foreign donors or borrowing from concessional loans. Sometimes these loans comes with a condition. But once we are able internally to generate enough revenue, we can have a decision to make on our people, and for the good, we think that they are good for the Tanzanians.
Dr. Shayo, I do thank you so much for your time this evening.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. The Ocean Road Cancer Institute has received a grant of 361.5 million Tanzanian shillings from the Public Service Social Security Fund, PSSF, to complete the construction of its multidisciplinary cancer surgery unit. The support is part of PSSF's corporate social responsibility initiative aimed at giving back to the community and strengthening Tanzania's health sector. Out of the total funds, 197.1 million shillings will be used for renovation of the building, while 164 million shillings will go towards the purchase of modern medical equipment. The project is expected to improve timely access to specialized cancer treatment and enhance the quality of care for patients across the country. Esther Dels reports.
Since its establishment in 1895 during the German colonial administration, Ocean Road Cancer Institute has operated more than a century without a fully equipped multidisciplinary cancer care unit dedicated to cancer surgeries. Speaking on the significance of the new facility, the Director General of Ocean Road Cancer Institute, Dr. Diwani Msemo, described the unity as a major milestone in addressing pressuring healthy challenges and how it will bring together, especially from different fields, to provide comprehensive and coordinated care for cancer patients, particularly the growing burden of cancer in Tanzania. Dr. Msemo also calls upon other institutions and stakeholders to support the government's efforts in strengthening cancer services nationwide.
Now, with this investment, we'll be in a position to ensure that our patients get chemotherapy comprehensive. They get surgical services here. They get radio services here. They get hormonal therapy here. So nothing will be missing at the Ocean Road Cancer Institute within the next 48 months. I mean, within the next 48 days. I appeal to other institutions, as I've already said, there is no country in the world which has won battle against the cancer by fighting it alone. There is no government. There is no government in the world which has won this battle. This battle we need to fight together. We need to fight together. Governments has invested quite a lot over the last 5 to 4 years. They have invested quite a lot. We need the private sector. We need NGO, we need civil society organizations to come and join hand.
Speaking on behalf of the PSSSF Director General Fortunatus Magambo, the Finance Manager of Members Relation and Education, Omega Ngole, explains the rationale behind allocating the funds to Ocean Road and the expectations from them.
But we're implementing our corporate social investment policy. As a fund, we have a policy that guides us on where to invest on social investment. And we have some focus areas. One of them is health. And we have been supporting some health initiatives, not only here at Ocean Road. We have supplied medical equipment in some health facilities in Ruvuma, in Tabora, in Zanzibar, in Lindi. So we are happy to see that for the past 2-3 years, this is so far the biggest social investment we have put up at Ocean Road.
Tanzania alone, close to 40,000 new cases are reported annually, and nearly 29,000 deaths are linked to late diagnosis and late detection due to late screening. As the government continues to heavily invest in cancer treatment and care, citizens are urged to prioritize regular checkups and early screening, as significantly it leads to successful treatment and survival. Esther Deus, TBC News.
The Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Dr. Hussein Mohamed Omar, says the implementation of the 2014 education policy, which was revised in 2023, provides significant opportunities for innovators who play a vital role in achieving the government's Development Vision 2050 goals. Dr. Hussein made the remarks in Dar es Salaam during the launch of the renowned innovators platform, Makisatu, the platform which aims to identify various innovations and refine them in order to generate impactful solutions that can contribute to the country's overall development.
The government of the United Republic of Tanzania remains committed in supporting the commercialization of local innovation as a strategic pathway towards inclusive socio-economic development. This commitment aligns with the education and training policy of 2014 revised in 2023, which emphasizes competence-based learning, research, innovation, and entrepreneurship as the key pillars for building a skilled, productive, and self-reliant society. We all know that, of course, we as the education sector, we are embarking now in major reforms. One of the big reforms is on this education and training policy of 2014, which is revised in 2023. I think it provides a really good basis for innovations.
On the other hand, the Director General of the Tanzania Commission for Science and Technology, COSTECH, Dr. Amos Nungu, says the platform will serve as an important avenue for innovators to showcase and promote innovations.
It is an innovation challenge and a platform which was designed to recognize the vast, innovative, talented youngsters in Tanzania. But Makisatu is very comprehensive, starting from the primary school all the way to the universities and R&D institutions. So it is a platform which we are very proud of.
Now at WFP, we strongly believe in the importance of also having locally driven solutions, supported by strong institutions and enabled by partnership. This is why our collaboration with COSTECH and the government of Tanzania is so critical. So I would like to encourage all stakeholders here to see this catalog as a call for action for the policymakers to keep on creating an enabling environment for innovations, for the private sector and investors to identify the opportunities where they think they can invest and scale up, and for development partners to continue supporting and promoting innovations.
The Minister of Finance, Ambassador Hamis Musa Omar, says Tanzania remains committed to deepen ties with Singapore in key economic sectors, including trade and investment, tourism, artificial intelligence, as well as digital revenue collection systems. Ambassador Omar made the remarks in Dar es Salaam when he met and held talks with the Ambassador of Singapore to Tanzania, residing in Singapore, Douglas Fu, where, among other things, they discuss how to further strengthen cooperation between the two countries in various economic, social, and diplomatic fields.
Moja ni masuala ya kuendeleza teknolojia.
Key issues discussed include advancing digital technology, particularly artificial intelligence, as well as strengthening Tanzania's position as an important hub for trade and finance. The third issue is continuing to attract investment from Singapore, including improving investment centers such as TISEZA in Tanzania and ZIPA in Zanzibar. Another important aspect is using Tanzania as a major gateway for trade, while also promoting tourism and strengthening various sectors of business, the economy, and even tax revenue collection.
On the other hand, the ambassador of Singapore to Tanzania, Douglas Fu, says his government is willing to strengthen its bilateral ties with Tanzania, and he is ready to encourage more organizations and companies to invest in Tanzania.
Actually grown from strength to strength. I think since last year, the Singapore and Tanzania trade has increased over 30%. The numbers are still low-based, and I think we can do a lot more. Yeah. Certainly, when you have a double tax arrangement like this, it makes it very attractive for companies to want to come here. I think Tanzania has shown its stability in terms of the financial systems and the infrastructure as well. As you progress, I think we would like to continue to work alongside you to make sure that a lot of these finance infrastructure and also the different ways, because recently we just announced our budget last week by our Prime Minister, and who is also the Finance Minister.
Tanzania has been a historical partner of Singapore since the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries 46 years ago. Financial and risk management experts from the Southern African Development Community, SADC, have begun special discussions to establish a more stable, secure, and integrated financial system to boost regional trade. Speaking at the opening of the special meeting, the governor of the Bank of Tanzania, BOT, Emmanuel Tutuba, said that stable financial systems are an important tool for strengthening trade and economic activities amongst countries.
Kwa sasa kuna vihatarishi mbalimbali.
Currently, there are various risks that could disrupt economic activities or banking operations from functioning properly. That is why I have advised them to continue assessing potential risks within banking systems, including cyber threats to financial systems, investment-related risks, and other issues, which, when properly addressed, will ensure that banking operations continue smoothly without interruptions.
The Director of Information Systems at the Bank of Tanzania, BOT, Michael Mtweve, says the meeting is dedicated to setting strategies that will enable central banks of SADC member countries to work together in performance, especially at this time of rapid technological change, including artificial intelligence.
We are planning strategies on how to cooperate in developing systems that will enable all SADC banks to operate effectively. In the development of these systems, we will also take into consideration artificial intelligence. We will assess the potential risks associated with this new technology so that all SADC banks can operate efficiently and securely.
Before we wind up our local news tonight, let us now take a look at our today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Sports News is up next. In sports news, Miss World Tanzania Beauty Pageant Coordinator Benedict Msofe says this year's competition aims to find a winner who will create meaningful social change. Msofe insists that, unlike other years, the winner of this year is expected to come up with a project that will help the community make progress in various economic and social fields.
We want to champion the narrative. We want people to have the different perception, the ideology. We want to bring that tagline, the beauty with a purpose, into life. We want not just for them to be beautiful on stage and then do nothing in their surroundings. So we want to bring that beauty with a purpose into life. We want them to have purpose in their living. We want people who will bring changes to their community. Depending on their beauty with a purpose project, I know there are those who will go to champion on education, those who will go to champion on health issues, water, sanitation, sanitary pads and everything. So we want to create more of Joket Mwegelo kind of people, more of Hoistem, more of Faraja Kota, and there are more of the public figures who are coming from the beauty pageant. So I want to create more of those figures to make sure that we create changes, positive changes in our surroundings.
A total of 20 contestants from various regions in the country will participate in the Miss World Tanzania competition to be held on April 19th in Dar es Salaam, with the aim of finding a winner who will represent Tanzania in the Miss World competition to be held later this year. JK Park basketball coach Bahati Mgunda underscores youth participating in sports as it has proved to be a vital tool for the young generation to achieve success in various aspects of their future lives. Mgunda told TBC in Dar es Salaam that many youths have talents, but they lose focus as they progress with the game, insisting on consistency to secure success in the game.
The youth that are participating in sports try to be focused all the time when you're doing some sports. Like you have 2 hours of sports. Stay focused, pay attention to detail. The same thing like once you're in school, you have to focus with what you're supposed to do at school. So to me, it's like we really need to prioritize focusing on what we do whenever we are, and the benefits can be obvious seen, and it doesn't take longer for people to find out about that.
JK Park has celebrated 10 years anniversary since it was opened and have used the celebrations to develop local talents which for local and international exposure. And that is sports news. And now, before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at our weather update for the next 24 hours.
Hello dear viewers, and welcome for the weather segment. And by starting for tonight, we expect Lake Victoria Basin, the western part of the country, southwestern Highland, the central part of the country, northeastern Highland, Morogoro together with Ruvuma regions are expected to feature with partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas, while for the remaining part of the country are mainly expected to feature with partly cloud condition, rain showers over a few areas. And for tomorrow, we expect the moderate wind of 30 kilometers per hour over Lake Tanganyika together with Lake Nyasa, and the light wind of 20 kilometers per hour over Lake Victoria, Lake Rukwa, together with the entire coast. And the state of the sea generally just expected to be slight. And landfall models are showing the reduction of activities over most part of the country. And based on that, for tomorrow, we expect northeastern Highland, the central part of the country, southwestern Highland, Morogoro together with southern region are expected to feature with cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas together with sun intervals. Lake Victoria Basin, the western part of the country, together with the entire coast, are expected to feature with partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas together with sun periods. And now let us see the next 4 days weather forecast from different cities and regions. Dar es Salaam, thunder showers is expected. Dodoma, thunder showers is expected. Mbeya, thunder showers is expected. Mwanza, thunder showers is expected. Kilimanjaro, thunder showers is expected. Morogoro, thunder showers is expected. And also for Arusha, thunder showers is expected. I'm Rebecca William from Tazama Meteorological Authority. Thank you.
And that marks the end of our news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. Throughout, I've been your host, Agnes Tuniga. Thank you very much for being with us. Good night.